how y'all doing? Today's episode, we talking about this thing that been going viral. First, the girl went to the Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people start making this list. A lot of guys got together. I don't really know which guys got together, but you said you found it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So some men have now gotten together and made a list of women men should never take on a date.
All right, we can go down the line. I haven't seen this list, by the way. Have I? Have I seen this list?
I think we saw some of it.
Some of it? All right.
All right.
So this is going to be straight, like, authentic. My authentic reaction to these things.
Number 1. Single mothers.
All right. So single mothers, if you're single, no. There's no reason why you need to be dating. And if you guys want me to break down why, I talked about this in my podcast a little bit, but I have nothing against single mothers. Make no mistake. My previous marriage, I was married to a single mother. I'm with her now. She has kids already. So just the fact that I'm saying no, you can't say that I'm single mother phobic or something like that. I have nothing against single mothers. But like, I have a cousin who's single. He's in shape. He's fit. He works. He is building his portfolio of assets and whatnot. I would not advise him to talk to any woman that has more than, I would say no kids, but if he was gonna do it, not more than one. All right, so that's a no for me on single mothers.
All right.
Second.
Number 2, woman with tattoos.
I don't mind a little butterfly, a little flower, but
where?
I don't care. It's a butterfly and flower. But the whole skulls and dead people and ghouls and goblins and all that, I don't know if I can give a proper answer on this, because men are a bit savage, and if she was attractive enough in the face and she covered them up, let's just say on the first date she wore something conservative and from the neck down, and I got to know her, then maybe I would be open-minded about dating her if I found out her whole body was tatted up. But realistically, in certain rooms that I go to, let's just say if I'm trying to make some moves with some real estate, or if I'm trying to make some moves with some business partners, and she came, with something short or whatever, and her whole, all her arms were tatted up, I don't think that would be a good representation of me, because people judge. I might not judge.
So as long as it can be covered up, you're okay?
If it can be covered up, yes. If I see that on the first date and you just have a crop top with a low cut something, no sleeves, which I'm okay with that. If you have a shape or whatever, but and it's just tattoos all the way down to your wrist, I'm not gonna do a second date.
So if their personality is really good and they look good and you're interested, but then they have tattoos, you're gonna eliminate them?
No. If they have a good personality and they're attractive, I would just say to them that in certain rooms you got to know how to move. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't probably say that. I mean, I would communicate that to her, but I would feel like I shouldn't need to. Meaning that if we are going to somewhere that's conservative or upscale, you should wear something conservative or upscale. Now, if we hanging out, if we just chilling, that's okay. You got to be able to read the room as my woman, because I'm going to be around a bunch of different people and a bunch of different things, and I don't care about people judging me, but a woman is a direct representation of a man and the choices that he makes, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Another question for you.
Sure.
A name of previous lover on their body.
What? I don't know what you asked.
Name of previous lover on their body, tattooed on their body.
Oh.
Will you be okay with that?
Nah, probably. Nah, because let's just say, hey, this happened. They made a couple movies about this. But let's just say I'm giving her back shots. And the name is written right there on the cheek or something. Man, I don't
Josh.
know. Yeah, and I'm seeing Josh every time it jiggle. I don't know if you know what, I'm gonna tell her, why don't you make a butterfly or a flower or something, cover it up. I ain't gonna be cool with seeing another dude's name. I'm just not a tattoo type of guy.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna disqualify her. Again, if she's attractive, she knows how to read the room. She's conservative when she needs to be. She's pretty and she got a personality. She'll get a shot. She'll get a shot. I'll give her a shot.
3, woman who dressed like this in public. What is this?
I don't know what this is, But I will tell you what first came to my mind. Women who dress like this in public. A woman will always say, it's my body, I can dress how I like. And just because I'm dressed provocatively and I'm showing everything, I'm wearing Daisy Dukes with my cheeks hanging half out, you still should treat me like a lady. And maybe I agree with that. But I'll tell you this. If I saw you and you were attractive, I wouldn't be thinking that you're a lady, and neither will I be expecting the things that ladies, my expectations are going to be different than somebody that say dress differently. Because guess what? We look at the package, and then whatever the package look like, that's the first impression we get of you. That whole good girl crap, you're going to have to work very hard to backtrack that. Because you know how men are. We savage. You know how our mind is.
But do you still want your woman to dress like that when they're with you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, the goal is this. Conservative when we need to be. When you're with me, you can dress nice because I think it makes me look good as a man, you know. Because other dudes gonna be looking at you. I'm not insecure like that. But there's a level of respect there.
It boosts your ego.
Not necessarily my ego, but my image though. Because like a beautiful woman on your arm actually gives a man more perceived status. So yeah. With me, yeah. When we go out, you dress very nice. And I mean, dudes always looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Even trying to holler at you behind my back.
Yeah, but they give you a thing too.
Oh yeah, and a lot of them give me the nod. Yeah, bro, I see you, fam. That's right. I'm slamming that little thing. Alright.
Alright, number 4. Sex workers, OnlyFans girls, mattress actors.
No.
Stripper.
Wait, what does it say?
Sex workers.
Nah. We not.
Bottle girls.
Bottle girls, no. Any of those OnlyFans, none of that. And we're finding out now.
What if they're making a lot of money?
I don't care about the money. I make my own money. What I need your money for? What I need you to do is have something to keep you occupied whenever I'm busy and I'm focusing on my mission. Hold on. But I mean, listen. And a lot of women might get mad when I say this. I think that when you have a good guy in as your man, right? He's gonna keep you from making mistakes that either you don't know you're making or that you're too dumb to see that you're making. Not even too dumb. I gotta pull back my words here, don't I? Okay.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
What I mean is this. Like, I think it should be common sense to know that if you go out to a bar with a bunch of dudes by yourself late at night and you have a bunch of drinks, chances are that night is probably not gonna go well. But some women I don't know what they are thinking of. So I liken that to like OnlyFans, any type of sex work. Look at all of these P-stars right now that are basically retiring from the game, from the industry, and trying to find significant others to marry. And they are finding out the hard way that your body count matters, the way you portray yourself online matters. Matter of fact, if I'm talking to you and your Instagram ain't necessarily squeaky clean, we might have to have a discussion, or I might just avoid you altogether. I don't want a woman who's going to embarrass me.
Do you look at their Instagram before you go on a first date?
I didn't used to. I didn't with you, that I can remember. I'm not really a social media. My
Instagram was private, so.
I'm not really a social media person, but.
You couldn't.
Good for you.
I looked you up.
It is what it is. Most women do. I would say in this day and age, yes, I would look at that's kind of like your resume. And if it comes across my radar that you've been on OnlyFans, you're at that point you become non-serious, and I'm only going to look at you for certain advantages, and none of them are relationship related, just so you know.
But I said, like, this is a list of women that men should never take on a date.
That's right.
But you just said that it's an ego booster for a man. That yes, I mean, like, most of the bottle girls look good
right now.
So you
don't know this guy, but I'm just gonna tell you. And I might have to go get some more information on this. But Logan Paul's wife, I don't know if she's attractive or not, but I do know that her past is coming back to haunt her. Okay, Logan Paul is a very high profile guy. He boxes now, but his girl questionable things, and it's making him look very bad.
Nope.
So
It was at this moment that he knew
as
he
far as a
fucked
date,
up.
if I know before that you have done it, I'm probably not going to take you on a date. My approach to you is going to be not way different from a date. It's going to be on some Netflix and chill type stuff, and you'll never get past that whole stage. You know what I mean? You'll never get to the serious relationship stage. All right.
Okay, number 5. Woman with an IG page.
I don't care if it's an IG. I think they went a little overboard with that one. You can have an IG, but no booty pics, no provocative pics that like the whole world can see. I still believe that if you can dress conservatively and be very nice and still leave something to the imagination, because men gonna look anyway. It don't matter. The thing is, we gonna look whether you got on a sundress, we gonna look whether you got on booty shorts. We gonna look anyway, because men are attracted naturally to women. You don't have to flaunt everything for us to see. That leaves nothing to the imagination. And also, I'm gonna think about, if you're this way with me, you're just open with that. How many other men are you like that with? And I'm not gonna want to take you seriously. Again, you get put in a certain category. You can have an IG, but it needs to be clean. You know, I mean, if you're single, that's fine. But once you decide that you want to start dating seriously, you need to clean that up a little bit.
Do you think that the woman should have their IG account private, set to private?
It would be smart if let's just say if you say, okay, I'm tired of being in these streets, and by the way, lie through your front teeth if you're looking for a good dude. Don't tell him nothing about your past, because he gonna look at you different. He gonna try as hard as he can to be like, I just want her for her, but that stuff gonna start to eat away at his manhood. So clean it up or make it private so that he can't see it, and neither can other suitors.
Okay.
What's the next question?
Woman with non-ear piercing.
I don't really have an issue with that. So
course
they
you
talking
don't.
about they talking about like nipples, and I see
Tongue.
I mean the tongue, and I don't like the nose horseshoe thing. I won't talk to a woman if she got that piercing.
But a little diamond next to their ear.
That's okay.
Cute. That's
The
like a lot of.
So the diamond is okay. I don't like lip piercings. I don't like eyebrow piercings.
No.
The tongue is okay.
Nipples.
Nipples is okay. I can't see that until I
Oh,
say.
you see it.
I mean, the vag. You know, I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I've been told that these things create more sensation within a woman, and I'm all for that, because I'm all about pleasing my woman. And if that's something that pleases her, then I'm all for it. Long as
The tongue brings pleasure to a man.
so they say. I've never.
I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't need it. All right. What's next?
Hey, woman with purple hair.
You
belong to the
You
street.
belong to the streets. You're disqualified. You're fired. No colored hair. Listen, if it's not without the confines of like normalcy, I'll make an example. There is very few people that can pull off like red, not hot red, but like auburn, like get like a dark. Because there are some redheads, right? If it's along those lines, that's fine. But once you start going can you see that neon red? Once you start going hot red, no, you for the streets or not for me.
Blue, green, purple.
You're done. Listen, again, I mentioned earlier, when a man is making moves and he's on his mission and he's focused, he's going to be in certain rooms with certain other caliber people, and he walk up in there with a girl with purple hair. I can't talk to that. But when I walk in there, they're gonna look at me crazy, and this is the
They
thing.
have that rainbow color too. Have you seen that? It's like-
In Walmart, I saw a dude with a mohawk and the long hair that was all rainbow colored.
Rainbow color.
And his girl had rainbow colored hair too. They were a perfect match for each other. Now listen, I was gonna say I don't judge, but that's a lie. I think we all judge to some degree. And for the woman who I'm gonna be talking to, I ain't gonna want to take you around if you got them flashing colors, man. Hurting my eyes with that neon. Get regular colored hair.
It's not judging. It's just like you don't want that for your partner.
Yeah, it's my preference.
All right.
Thank you for correcting me on that.
Woman with the hoe friends.
Nope. I don't.
Why?
I don't subscribe to the thing that birds of a feather flock together for a couple reasons. All right, let me make an example. There was a time that one of my brothers was like Casanova with the ladies, and my current at the time, she was like, birds of a feather flock together, yet I was not partaking in any of these type of activities, and he was single, so he could do that. So I don't subscribe to the idea that just because I'm with a group of fellas that I'm doing the same thing. I do have integrity, and most times I'll just remove myself from the situation if it's something like that. But more than that, the group of guys that I hang out with would not encourage me to either cheat or anything like that. If anything, they would probably...
Unless you don't have your car.
What are you talking about?
And you say, oh, they took me someplace.
Alright. You want to go down that road?
No, I'm good.
I mean, I made a mistake there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we can talk about it.
No, I mean, like, friends can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
like, it's best to just remove yourself from those kind of friends.
Alright. You made your point.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So women with whole friends? Absolutely not. I'm not going to look at you like girlfriend material or long-term relationship material. You for the streets.
You just contradict yourself.
Did I?
Yeah.
I said no whole friends.
But then you said that it's okay because I had integrity.
Yes, but listen to it.
So you wouldn't like them. So maybe
Yes,
the
I
girls
would.
like that.
No.
They have a whole friend, but
Hold on.
they're good people.
If they going out all the time with them, if they going out and they drinking with them and they stuff like that. Now let's just say if they was going out and it was a group of them and I met her, when I was clubbing a lot, there were groups of girls, and then like there would be one good girl out of the group that's like, I've been at home for 3 months and I just want to
In a
get out
group
the
of
house.
friends, is always one good girl and then one of that other kind of
All
friend.
of the other ones.
Yes, not
Today.
all of the
All
other
of
ones.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's always one that stands out
Yeah. So
with a booty shaking and
the
everything.
thing is, if you get up with a man, all right, and you know that he's looking at those things, you should distance yourself from some of those friends. Like, you shouldn't be going out with them all the time if you know that they straight up getting smashed all the time, that they don't have no inhibitions about their actions, right? You should dissociate yourself or distance yourself from that friend. I'm not saying like that disqualifies you, but I'm gonna be looking very closely. What's next?
Okay, the next one is model who market to men.
Nah, I don't even know exactly what they mean with that, but the primary thing you said was market to men. No. Ew. Gross. Fire.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Next, women who travel regularly.
Not for serious relationship. And most women that do travel regularly, let's just be real here. They come across a lot of men, and I'm not saying they all take advantage of this, but they meet a lot of people who could possibly be better than they do. Man, I can't tell you how many times when I was in this, I used to be in the oil and gas industry. I used to have to travel a lot. I couldn't tell you how many times I went to New Orleans and I went out just to take the edge off after a hard day, like not a hard day, probably like 2 or 3 weeks out on a rig. I was tired, getting ready to drive home. And so I went out to enjoy some live music, had a few drinks.
Just enjoy live music?
Yeah, just enjoy live music. Mm-hmm. And then, but I ran across so many people that were married and just like, not even that, just, I don't know. They were like, this is my first time getting out, and they was just wild and crazy because they could be, I guess they were, anyway. So, yeah.
But then we can say the same thing about you.
I mean, this list is about the women, it's not about the men, so let's get to the next
so
question.
What about men that travels regularly?
I would say the same thing.
Because again, like the story that you just said, you were a married dude that were at the bar trying to take the edge off.
That
Just
doesn't
like
mean
them
that I was
too.
talking to women though.
You just said you talked to them and they said that they're married. Press the button.
I will add the
Yes,
quotes.
you just said.
I know what I said. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look. I accept full responsibility for my actions. Let's go.
I mean, I don't care, you weren't with me, but alright. A woman who drinks liquor regularly.
I don't have a problem if you're not a drunkard. You know, a drunkard is like the girl on Married at First Sight. What's her name? Virginia. She say, me and my friends go out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, I think it was Thursday, Friday,
Friday, Saturday. Yeah.
First of all, that's hella expensive. Have y'all seen the drink? One drink at a place is like $15. One. And if you drinking Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, at the very least, if you get one drink, that's $45. Now, we know that when people go out, they get 2 or 3 drinks. And if you're a drunkard, let's just say if it's 3 drinks, right? That's $45 a night. 90, what's 90 and 45, math teacher?
90 and 45, 135.
So in 3 days, you can spend $135. That could have been going to an investment or some savings or something like that. Just how I look at it. Okay.
What if it's their money?
If it's their money, I mean, that's fine. But like, I don't want no drunkard. Somebody that's always
drunk.
It's got to be a healthy balance. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna down. We drink wine. Speaking of that.
Yeah, it's recording. I gotta apologize to y'all. We
So the last question was women who drink liquor regularly.
Yeah. No.
Drink a little bit before you answer.
We went and got us some wine. Toast to y'all for watching and listening. I was talking about Virginia from Married at First Sight. She was like, we got to go out drinking Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's too much. And then she was talking about she slept on one of her guy friend's couch. You're fired. You better not ever come home after that.
She had 2.
I wear a size 12 out of my boot up.
I'm gonna sleep on one of their couches. Either this guy or that guy.
Not gonna happen. First of all, I think dude need to get a backbone and tell her, look, you can do what you want, but if you're gonna be my girl don't do things like this. But she was a little bit on the young side. She gotta learn. You gotta break her in like a horse.
Like a horse?
You gotta break her in.
Good luck with that.
You know what? My cousin Terrell and Toya, we was talking about this before, and I said you gotta break women in like a horse. She didn't like that analogy.
I don't think any woman like that.
I'm just kidding. It's not.
Did you break me like a horse? No,
they gotta learn, baby. They gotta learn.
Yeah, sure.
What's the next one? Oh, sorry.
You guys said that you want the 20-year-olds. But then it comes with those kind of stuff. Mindset.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to party. They want to party.
That's true.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
And they don't see anything wrong with having a
male friends.
Yeah, male friends. Yeah, and sleeping on their couches.
They gotta go. Fired.
If you say no, then they call you controlling. So.
Yeah, fired.
All right, next one. Woman with weak or absentee fathers.
That's actually a really good one. A girl who has a good relationship with her father will probably have good morals and values because she is worried about disappointing him. And also if she has brothers, it's not necessarily about the good. It's not about. You want them to have a good relationship, but it's more about the fact that, like, her brothers will probably tell her the truth and have shown her the game. Her dad will probably have not allowed her to be a thought and participate in thottery behavior, in which case she will be a more well-rounded, more respectable young lady. So yes, you would prefer that she has a relationship with her father. If she didn't, it doesn't disqualify her.
Yeah, how would you know all of this information before you take him on a date?
You don't, but you find out on the first date. So if we go out on the first date and, you know, she's doing stuff like bashing men, dudes, it's easy. Women like to talk. Let them talk. Ask them questions about themselves and let them talk.
We hang ourselves.
They'll hang themselves. They'll dig themselves in the hole, and you can treat them nice that date, pay for the date, pay for the food, and then never take her out again.
right.
Next question.
Woman who lives alone.
Nah, I mean, that's a plus for me. First of all, if she live alone, that just says that she's doing what an adult does. You taking care of your responsibilities. You should have your own place. At my age, anyway. I would say over like late 30s. But I don't look down on women that still stay with their parents, though, to be honest with you.
I think it's not as bad for a woman to stay with their parents as a guy staying with a parent.
But, I mean, also, you know, that lets me know that she probably makes good decisions with money, too. Because you save a lot of money when you're staying at home with parents. And also, if you are staying with parents, it's not like you're going to be super disrespectful. You probably have a lot of respect. You probably have some good structure there. So, yeah, that's not bad for me.
Okay. Woman with party voice.
I don't know what that is.
Loud.
Sure. Oh, nah. Loud. Earlier, I talked about being able to read the room. If it's a loud, obnoxious woman, people, that's synonymous with being ghetto. I think that sometimes it's just people expressing themselves. I don't necessarily look down about that. Some people may be passionate, and that's okay. But you got to be able to read the room. You can be passionate, but not when I'm in a business meeting or something like that. You need to learn.
So they can be loud at a restaurant?
No, like I said, you got to be able to read the situation. Like, don't embarrass me.
Where can they be loud?
At home.
That's it?
Not in public.
Okay.
Behave yourself. Learn how to conduct yourself as a lady. Ladies can get their point across without yelling, without screaming, without being ghetto, without being hood. And they know how to let you know they mean business very effectively without raising their voice one bit. You do that.
How do I do it?
There are ways. Well, first of all, you communicate to me that it was something that you felt, you know, was inappropriate and that it bothered you and you would appreciate if I didn't do it again. That to me hit home a lot better than if you were just yelling and screaming. I don't hear yelling and screaming. All I hear is wah 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 wah. And then I'm like, she don't know how to communicate. So yeah.
But with a party voice, I don't think that's more of nagging. It's just some women are
yeah,
loud.
baby, give me that other drink. I'm telling you, I'm finna get missed.
Like when we were at that park and then the group of people were by the cafe and we could hear them laugh. There was like one person that we could like hear very clearly.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I try not to make these comparisons, but you can tell who it is by the way they talk sometimes, and just perpetuating the stereotypes is all I'll say.
Alright, next. Woman on dating apps.
Oh, why would you disqualify? I met you on a date now.
Yeah.
Listen, I have never been great with talking to women. In my early years, I was very awkward. Not necessarily weird, but to me, I was pretty awkward. People that would know me, I don't know what they would say. I wasn't very good with them, though. My brother, Casanova, knew how to whatever. I didn't. So I would use dating apps as a way to break the ice, so that by the time I did meet them in person, I was kind of like already familiar with them. I don't see anything wrong with women on dating apps unless you own like a bunch of them where you got a bunch of DMs and I'm just one option of many, you know, and like you're not paying attention to me on the date. Like if you're scrolling on the app while we on a date, or I don't know. I don't really disqualify women for that. I don't, you know.
I have a feeling that your brother's woman gonna come around and then say, which brother are you talking about? And you just say, no, not that one.
They'll never know.
Not the one that was with you, the other one.
They'll never know. I'm not gonna break the code like that, man.
Hey, which brother? This one that I'm with? Nope.
No,
not this one.
Not this one.
That one.
Yeah.
And then this one comes. This one?
No.
The other one. Someone that I consider to be my brother, but not actually my brother. Like, let's go with that.
Yeah, it's my play brother, man. We grew up together. I actually do have some people I consider my brothers. Like some of my cousins, I consider like my brother because the way we grew up, we're very close. My native friends, man. You know, we shave,
cover it up, baby.
sleep
Cover it up
together. I consider those my brothers. I would most definitely cover for them.
Yes.
But if they wrong, I would tell them that they wrong, and they would tell me too. We had that type of relationship.
Yeah, women on dating apps, I think they're actually good because they're not out on the street or at the bar all the time by themselves.
I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, I don't know. I never went out by myself. I'd rather to meet people on apps.
I don't see anything wrong with
talk to them
a woman
before
being
I
on
actually
apps.
meet them.
Although it's just like anything else, they probably have hundreds of DMs. You know.
Yes.
As long as once we become exclusive, or we start going on more than like 3 or 4 dates, as long as you are not still actively on there, I don't got an issue with it, whatever.
After being exclusive.
No, if we being exclusive, you should already cut that out way prior to that.
No, you can't ask that. You can only ask after becoming exclusive.
I can ask whatever I want.
They don't have to do it. They don't have to do it.
They don't have to do it, but then that's fine. You don't get a date number 2. You X'd out. You fired. See you later.
I got date number 2 when I was on the app. You still had the app.
Okay, fine. Let's dive into that.
Okay.
So, yes, you and I both went on second dates, right? Mm-hmm. But during the entire time, were we not communicating this to each other?
Yes. I knew that you're going on other dates.
Right, and I knew that you were going on one. When we made the decision to become exclusive, first of all, before that, I had already deleted the app, and I wasn't talking to anybody else. You didn't know that at the time, but I did. And then I told you later, and you also told me that you had, I can't remember.
I deleted as soon as you said that you deleted yours.
It's bollocks.
But I wasn't on it. No, I deleted it after after I heard that you deleted yours, but I wasn't active on it. I pretty much ghosted everyone as soon as I started talking to you. You took up all my time.
That's the right answer. Alright, what's next?
Hi. Women who have been on Fresh and Fit.
This is this is funny. But I find that the caliber of women that go on that show, most of them think that Hot Girl Summers is okay, and most of them think that OnlyFans is okay. They occasionally have more mature women that are on there. They're few and far in between, so I wouldn't say that it disqualifies them, but I would definitely be paying very close attention to.
Every now and then they have some good people on there.
Yeah, but
with common sense.
Yeah, for the most part, nah. You probably. I'm gonna put you in the category after that first date once I find out you've been there.
Okay, woman with lists. What kind of list?
That first list that we just read. The one that,
but a list of places that they won't go?
No, not the list of places. No, a list of like, oh, my man gotta be this and this and this and this and this and that. He gotta open doors and take me out and do this and 5-star restaurants and all this stuff. I'm sure that's what they're talking about.
I mean, it's good to have some standard.
Sure. I don't disqualify women for having a list, but don't disqualify me for having preferences either. Like, for instance, if you have a list of everything that you want, okay, and I got me as a man, first of all, before I even get played, I have to meet the criteria on this some imaginary list. You better believe that at the very minimum, I'm gonna have some expectations and preferences as well. The thing is, when men say things like, if she got a provocative Instagram, she for the streets, women get mad with that. Or if they say, you dressing like a hoe, I'm not gonna treat you like a lady. They get mad at that. Oh, it's our body. We can do whatever we want. Sure you can. You just won't have a man. Next question.
Okay.
You can chime in.
But
on this if you feel like
men don't have a list?
They should. If a woman is like a 7 or an 8, most men deal with it with a bunch of that crap. And I'm here to tell you that is a grave mistake. You should get to some point as a man that you have some standards and preferences that you just, once they cross that boundary, you gotta cut them, chop, and ghost.
I think
they don't deserve your time and attention.
I don't necessarily think the woman with list should be off limit.
I don't either.
You know,
but
they should have some standard. But the
realistic.
list should be realistic list,
and
not the list of these are the places that I'm too good to go. You know.
Not only that, but
this is how much a man should make. Those are whatever.
Well, you can't say that either because you already said that you wouldn't accept a man making less than you either. So now
that is, I mean, yeah, but I don't make that much.
We will leave that because that's a private thing, and we'll leave that. It's okay to have that preference, though.
No, everybody knows that teachers don't make enough. So.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't have to tell them what you did, but that's fine. On the weekend, she be busting it loose for me, and I pay her. I'm just kidding.
I'm a millionaire then.
Yeah, you would be. You should.
It's not just a weekend then.
That is right. You are correct.
Okay. Women who have been engaged.
Why it didn't work out? Was it you or was it him? What were the circumstances with which you guys did not work out? I don't necessarily say that they are off limits if they've been engaged, but I want to know the details behind everything that happened with that. Because most women will blame men for the things that happen, and they fail to take accountability for the things that they themselves have done to possibly cause the whatever it was. The dissolution or whatever.
Yeah, I think as long as the reason is a good reason, then it's okay.
Next
All
question.
right. Number 19, divorcees.
Women, these questions are hard because you and I both have been in a marriage and we've both been divorced. And we've been together over 2 years, and it has been one of the greatest experiences, if not the greatest experience of my life, the greatest relationship of my life by far. So the thing is, though, you're not from here. You were raised culturally in a different place, which I think allows you to have a different type of mindset going into a relationship. Your parents have been together for 30, 40, 50 years, I don't know. But you were able to see that.
For 45 years.
Okay, so you have a different view of, say, how the culture here is in the West. And I'm not downing them. But if they've been married before, very often I don't see women taking accountability for the things that they've done in a marriage. Mostly you hear, well, it's money issues and then also infidelity. Probably the guy cheated, and I don't condone that. It's just wrong, whatever. But why? What led to it? And often, if you peel back the layers of that thing, you will find that most men want it to work. And it's probably the things that they have been saying to the woman over and over that have yet to be addressed in a manner that would be like a solution. And he just gets fed up and tired. And then that leads to infidelity or whatever. And I'm just saying that even though cheating is wrong, I think the root cause oftentimes is not talked about, and oftentimes women don't want to take accountability. It's easy to blame things on men. And most men will say, you know what, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I did that. But it's not only men's fault.
I agree with that, but not all divorces are based on that though.
Give me an example.
I mean, like for example, for my case, we just got married when we were super, super young. We didn't even know ourselves, and then we grew apart because we weren't compatible. It wasn't necessarily that I did something wrong or he did something wrong.
All right. There are exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, if the woman was like high school sweethearts with a guy, I might look past that. But like, I don't know, if they got like more than like 2 kids from like 2 different marriages, I ain't gonna do it.
How many divorces are okay?
One.
Okay.
One with kids from the same person in that marriage. And not more than 2, I don't think. I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
Even though I got 3 myself.
I don't even want to read number 20. This is so stereotyped. American black woman. Yeah,
so here's the thing. I'm glad this is on the list, but I think you guys went too far with this one. I hate that we have these stereotypes about black men and black women, but I hate that some of the stereotypes are true. I might get backlash for this, but like.
But you can't categorize all of them.
Categorize one group of people, you know.
This is wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't swear off American black women. I feel like we're targeting a certain group of people. I don't think that in itself is right. I mean, my mom, my sisters, my daughters.
My daughter.
Yeah, they're all black, and I wouldn't, for 1 second, you know, feel like they should be disqualified just because they're black women. That is a bit. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think you guys are trolling, but there are some stereotypes that I hate that are true. And if you look, all you need to do is scroll on any social media platform, and you'll see examples of why that's on this list. And I hate to say it, but the older black women need to start getting on these younger women about their behavior and how it makes us look as a community. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay, number 21. Number 21, woman raised in the West.
I kind of alluded to this the entire time we were talking. I think there are cultural differences, and whereas women in the West are taught to be free and you don't need a man and be independent, whereas women in other parts of the world are taught more about how to appreciate things. They see long-lasting marriages more, I would say. And so, like, from young ages, they're seeing like two parents together. It's not like I don't need a man. That's never. Where else outside of America do you hear that? I don't hear it anywhere else. And I've traveled to 20 plus countries in the Navy in my life. And I haven't heard that anywhere outside of America.
How do they sleep? I can't sleep without my man.
Yeah, you lay on my chest.
I literally cannot sleep. In my pillow, baby.
It's okay to be independent. Even you have said that you will never 100% depend on a man, and I get that. And we won't teach our daughters that either.
Yes.
But
it doesn't mean that I don't need a man.
Right, or that you don't want one.
Yeah.
So
I absolutely want you.
Whereas the culture here recently, over the last, I would say, decade, probably a little bit more, is that we're independent, we don't need a man. And listen, feminism has actually created more unhappy women than anything, I think. When women have a good man in their life, and women disqualify for men for anything nowadays, but when you have a good man in your life, that increases the quality of your life in so many ways, more than 10-fold, 100-fold, if you will.
Yeah.
So
see, we talked about both of the lists, you know, based on the list that we read first. You should have been disqualified.
Why?
Because you took me to a park. You didn't take me to any of the restaurants. You didn't buy food. You were an hour 30 minutes late.
I wasn't dressed to impress.
You weren't dressed to impress.
I didn't spend a lot of money. I would have.
You didn't spend any money.
Hold on, but I did offer you to eat. You just didn't want to eat. I didn't offer you.
No, you said that. Well, we'll talk about it later. But
I did offer her. I'm not gonna let her lie on me like this.
No, you said, "Are you hungry?"
And I said you can get whatever you want.
Yeah, but then after you said that, "Oh, I'm not hungry. I'm not eating."
That was the truth.
No, I mean, just like, we're not going back to that. The whole thing is like, based on the list and everything that happened, you should have been disqualified. If I disqualified you, I wouldn't be losing on this opportunity of getting to know you and having this amazing relationship.
You wouldn't, or you would be?
I would. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure so the people know.
I would. But then, like,
this,
that was the best decision of my life, that I stayed and I didn't leave and waited for you to come.
This episode is going on an hour, so I think we should end it here.
Okay.
What's your closing thoughts about these lists?
About this list, don't take yourself too seriously. Come on. Like, it doesn't matter where the man want to take you, just go and get to know him. He might actually been the love of your life. Who knows?
Alright, that's it for today. We want to know y'all comments. Please leave them in the comment section. Tell us what you thought of this episode. If you want to donate, we need better cameras, better equipment. You see the audio messed up on us a little bit. So you can donate via Cash App at truelovejourney.com. What did I miss?
Nothing, baby. Or you can email us about anything that you want us to talk about to truelovejourney.podcast
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
We can't wait to see
Almost forgot it.
It's okay. I got your back, baby.
Thank you, baby. Teamwork.
We're a team. But we would love to see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Peace, blessings, and prosperity.
Bye.